Hello Internet, this is LordMaddog, and I'm coming at you with a quick overview of the controls for the SOULSLIKE project template. Okay, so when you hit play, right off the bat, we're going to just jump into the world. It's a very quick load screen there, and you hit L or escape, depending on whether or not, if you're playing in the editor, if you hit escape, it'll automatically exit out. And so L is useful if you're playing in the editor. You can L or escape to bring up the setting menu. The setting menu, you can continue your game, or you can start a new game, you can save and load your games, are all right there. Settings, right here, you'll see all the controls right here. You can go over each one, but I'm going to go over them real quickly and show you what they do, instead of having to go through each one of these. All right, so let's go ahead, exit this, continue. Okay, first off, the movement, WASD. All right, the mouse, move your mouse keyboard. All right, when you get a weapon, we'll get you there, not yet. F to open chest, obviously. All right, see what we got. All right, we'll pick up. I got too much equipment on me now, I'm too slow. When you first start, you don't have very much inventory room. Okay, so let's see. This is probably the one that's really heavy. The stone sword's heavy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and equip. When inventory, I almost missed that. Inventory to open up your stuff. C to open up your equipment menu. You can double click on it to equip an item, and it'll switch it out. Or you can also drag and drop. And like these are my equipment, my different equipment things. Double click this. You want to drag and drop your Holy Grail. To use a Holy Grail, which is used as faith, you hit E. All right. To attack, left mouse button. Here we are. Let's change the weapon here. Oops, I already forgot I put them in there. See, changing equipment. The arrow keys. You see the arrow keys will change the different equipment you have equipped in your things. You see, now I have a left weapon equipped, just like you would do with if you were playing a Souls-like game. You can quick switch between weapons, just like that. So now I have 2 swords equipped, but I really don't want to have 2 swords equipped, so I'm going to take one off. There we go. Put that back here. There we go. Then run over different controls. Oh, here. Yeah. Chatting. Obviously, it's very obvious. Your mouse, right mouse button, left mouse button. So to continue, come on over here. Next. Chat to him. Put it on your equipment. So I'll put that on, and then he'll give us options. And they're going to all be very plainly stated, but you can change them in your settings. I'm not going to read what he says.
All right, greatness awaits.
All right. Here we go. And then you can see 1, 2, or 3 to go different options. Or you can just hold the right mouse button to exit the settings. All right. Interacting with everything here, F. Just F, interact with stuff. This is your bonfire. So you can hit little traveling menu up here to travel to different areas you have discovered. You can spend XP just like I spent XP. Okay, that's quick. And then we got the different control. We got K for our skill menu. You can spend your skill points here, and you can refund them anytime. You can just turn that off, turn that on. There we go. So you can see here, I can easily choose how I want to spend my skill points. Skill points are gained by using your skills, obviously. Okay. What else controls? They're very, let's see here. Oh yes, dodge, shift, block, right mouse button, R to put away a weapon, T to ragdoll, Y to quick save, U, I'm just trying to remember, this is load, quick load. U is currently, those are not permanently bound, those are just bound for, P for to open up the status menu. This is also just a quick bound. This is not permanently bound. The only way you're going to be able to, it depends on however you want to make your game. Normally, that's just normally going to only be able to be opened by the bonfire statue. Yes, thingy. All right. I'm trying to remember any other keys. J for journal. That's not part of the thing there. That's just disconnecting there. Oh yeah, ought to, one sec. I accidentally hit a key that's editor key there, accidentally. Okay, hold Z for entering photo mode. Alt once in photo mode to bring up the menu here. Okay, and to return to return to your character, right mouse button, hold it to return the mouse button. Okay, C is obviously your character, but there's also multiple things for your equipment data here. This is your stats. Over here, your achievements. You see here, I've used the Holy Grail. I can claim my reward for using the Holy Grail, which I think is 70 XP, or is it 100 XP? 100 XP, yes. Okay. Trying to remember if there's V. This just shows you equipment that's currently on. This is just a temporary window if you're basically debugging, testing window. Okay. B is build. If there's anything to build, you'll start building. And I think that is all of the controls. Yes, that is currently all of the controls for a quick overview. Now there's a build menu, build controls, one to enter to start building, middle mouse button to start building. I mean to open the build menu. To place an item, you right click to place it. You have a lot of different options here you can use the mouse button to scroll through them. You can E to rotate, Q, E, R to rotate, and there's T and Y to lower and raise, equal to change the size, minus to change the size, to shrink the size, 6 flip. This is for when if you hit 6 to flip, that is when, I'll just show you real quick. Here, give me a door. Door. Where's my door? There it is. Oh, I have to put down a wall. Oh, I can flip the wall too. Oh, that's actually easier. Here, I'll show you this. There. When you're placing an item, it hits 6. It'll flip that. If you're snapped, it'll flip it back and forth. You see that? That's what flip does. All right, same thing does with door. Precise placing. 7 allows you to use your WASD and QRS a lot more precisely. TY a lot more precisely to place it. That's precise placing. Okay, place anywhere. So 8 will allow you to build an item even if it's interacting with another item. So we don't need that right now. What we're going to do, grid. This will snap to grid. Pretty plain, pretty easy to understand. Okay. Oops, I just hit 9. 2 is to move an item that you've already placed if you hold and target an enemy. 3, same thing. And 4, same thing. Highlight is, so let's go ahead and deselect here. We don't need, let's delete these. 4, there, we're delete these here, hold 4. We don't need the things we were building. So highlight, so like certain objects like switches and chest and interactable items, if you hit H, it'll highlight them. And then you can put their output where and you go target to where you want to put their output. Or if it's a switch, like if I had a switch here on the wall and I wanted to connect it to the light, I would hit H on the light and then hit H on the switch. Okay. O for texture changing. That is, if I want to change the textures here, I'll highlight O. It'll highlight everything underneath my thing, and then I can change the textures on the wall or whatnot, just like that. Okay. And then obviously exit. There is also blueprint mode though. We haven't talked about blueprint mode. So 5 allows you to select and make a blueprint. You can increase the size of this thing or shrink the size of it. So you can select a whole blueprint. Once you have the blueprint selected, let's say if I wanted to have all of this room selected, and then I could save it by hitting 0, and it will bring up this, and then you just save your blueprint. And we don't want to do that. L to load. As you see here, I have no loadable blueprints right now because I have none saved. And that is everything for the build mode. If you like interacting here, enchantment, you put your first slot gem, second equipment. this interaction crafting here. If we bring up inventory, we can bring up our craft menu. We can just craft. You cannot craft while in combat. Okay. Right here, chest items you drag and drop just like you would normally. Like if I had an inventory items here, let me go get something. Didn't I have some items in my inventory? If I pick something up, did I drop them? Yeah, I think I dropped it. There we go. There we are. Just open it up. Here we are. Double click or drag, depending on what you want to do. And then if you save and load, it'll be in there. I do believe that's pretty much a good overview for the controls. Yes, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment. I will, if the question is relevant enough, I will even make an updated version of this tutorial. LordMaddog, signing off.